Hi, this is Michael Orrell from MobileBurn.com, and today I have with me the ViewSonic ViewPad 7. It's an Android 2.2 Froyo tablet with a 7-inch display.
Okay, so here's the ViewPad 7's box, pretty large considering, one of the larger boxes I've seen in a while. There it is itself in a leatherette case according to the spec sheet. There's a power button up there. Let's see, start this up, set it aside. See what else comes in the box. This looks like a user guide. And we've got power here. This is a mini USB connector, not micro USB, mini USB. I haven't seen one of those in a while. And a couple different adapters for it. Looks like we've got the UK, we've got US, and we've got Euro as well. On top of that, there is a mini USB cable for connecting to a laptop or something like that. And a pair of, looks like 3.5mm stereo headphones. That's right, with a couple of extra ear gel covers, and has a microphone and a talk end button as well. So here's the ViewPad 7 itself. It's powered up finally. I'm going to pull it out of the case just so we can get these protective covers off and take a look at the real hardware to start with. What we've got here is a 7-inch wide VGA display, so that's 480 by 800 pixels. Let's see how we pull this off there. A pretty nice looking hardware design, you know, metal color on the edges, dual speakers on each edge here. It's not bad looking at all, really. Forward-facing VGA resolution camera up front right here. And then of course we've got a 3-megapixel camera on the back. It's 512 megabytes of internal storage. The display is not very impressive. It has a really shallow viewing angle. You can look at it from just about any off-center angle and it doesn't look nice at all, which considering ViewSonic is known as a monitor company, a display company, you would expect better than that. In any case, let's take a look at the rest of the hardware again. Power button up here, the top edge. Microphone port. There's a reset button. At least I assume that has to be a reset button. It looks like it's 3.5mm headphone jack. Mini USB. Again, I think that's kind of odd, mini, when everybody else is using micro. On this edge, we've got the cover for the SIM card and the micro SD memory card. No cards included, of course. In terms of compatibility, this device would work and support the AT&T 3G network, but wouldn't support 3G on T-Mobile USA. Gloss back, I mean, it feels really nice. It's a little bit of a sharp edge around here. It's not the most comfortable thing to hold, but good looking device. Touch sensitive controls here, back, search, somehow that means home, I'm not exactly sure how, and that is the menu button. This device is powered by a 600 megahertz processor. It's slow, folks, especially, you know, it just really drags when using it, and I'll show you a little bit more of that a little bit later. But in terms of battery power, there is a fairly large 3240 milliamp hour battery, and ViewSonic says that's good for 4 to 6 hours of heavy use or up to 60 hours of standby time. In terms of dimensions, it's 11.5mm thick according to my calipers. I can't actually weigh it because it's too heavy to work on the scale I own, so but it doesn't really feel too bad myself. And let's take a look at that case again. This is leatherette, faux leather, and I kind of like this. It just slides in here, clips in, and there's this elastic band that goes around here to keep it shut. Nice and secure, looks decent, and you can actually still take pictures with it because of the break in it, so you can take photos with it while the case is on, which is kind of nice. I really like the cover here. I think that's a good idea, a nice accessory. I'm glad that they include it. Let's take a look at the home screen. You can see it's a pretty standard looking build of Froyo. There are 5 home screen panels to work with. You can swipe or tap on these little dots here. Animation's not very smooth at all. Very low frame rate. Main menu, on the other hand, seems to work pretty well. Same kind of 3D look that we've come to expect. Let's take a look at some of the applications. RSS feeders included.
Nothing super interesting here, but it's a reasonable interface on it for quickly scanning through your mail, or quickly scanning through your RSS feeds rather. Voice note application. Yes, I'm sure it's empty because we haven't done anything. This is a test. Oh, here we go. This is a test. Test 1 2 1 2. You can see a little VU meter going there. I'll use that. Play it back.
This is a test. Test 1 2 1 2.
There you go. Okay, what else we got here? An e-reader. I like this one. I'm gonna see if I can get back to the main screen here. All your books show up on bookshelf. You can navigate through a couple different ways. You can swipe like you would expect. Also tap on the edges. That works pretty well. What I really like though is that you can drag your finger along the left-hand edge of the screen, whether you're in portrait mode or landscape mode, and adjust the brightness. Really good, if you're in bed or something like that. I like that feature a lot. Let's take a look at email. Let's pull up a standard email client first. So you can go through here. This is actually a Gmail account pulled into the regular email account. You can take messages, you can do things to them, so I'll mark it as unread, and of course you're just going to read it again anyway. Formatted text, there's no multi-touch zooming involved here, but you do get formatted text, color, things like that. Let's see if we can pull open the pull up the attachment. Documents to go pre-installed. It's going to walk me through the licensing, and I'm going to say I'm going to do that later just so we can take a look at the... There we go, some sort of test document here that I don't recall ever seeing before. That works pretty well. Gmail, of course, has all the same kind of features. Here's the same message in Gmail. Really kind of slow to respond though. Sometimes the buttons just don't go. You can see we've got swipe here for text input. It's a little hard to see. Here we go. You can compose the mail right here. So you use swipe. This is a test. Sometimes it seems to get caught, a little bit too slow on the processor again. The 600 megahertz processor seems to have a little bit of trouble. In general, it works though. And of course send that message off. You can of course switch into various folders or labels, see just starred messages, things like that. Priority inbox, all that kind of stuff. Standard Gmail. This is the Documents to Go application that we were just using. You can read Word, Excel, PowerPoint and PDF files with it.